Go live there too. I'm gonna go live, and can I press that last button? Still get it. Okay, looks like we are live on everything. And today I'm gonna be using the Russian app to make sure that everybody is in check because I got annoyed with YouTube just the other day because it did some strange stuff to some of the videos, some of the live streams. There was one of the live streams where, for some reason, the screen went black towards like halfway through the live stream. The screen went black. Luckily, the audio is still playing. The audio is still fine. Just the visuals vaporized. And then there was another video that I recently did where I was just talking. I was just talking about this is something that's going on this week. It happens to be a open house. Open house. This kind lady was nice enough to drop by and hand this to me, and said that there's this weekend or something. There's going to be a open house, so you guys can go check out some of the houses that are happening, that are being sold and rented in Irvine, California, Woodbridge, which is basically where we live. But anyway, I did another live stream, and they cut out about a minute of my live stream. I don't know why. Anyway, things happen. So this is why this camera is here. It's important. It's the Russian app, and it's spying on the American app, being the YouTube app, making sure that YouTube is in check and doesn't cut things out of the live stream. Anyway, this is what we've resorted to these days, right? You can't trust anything that happens on social media. So you have to use all the different apps to check on each other to make sure that nobody's cutting corners. Anyway, all I wanted to do was show you guys this mess of parts here that I 3D printed. And hopefully someday, I will get something like this. Something like this. It's not the Oscars, it's the Belinda Award. The Belinda Award. Someday I'll get something this cool. It'll be the Belinda Award. It could be like this. It could be platinum. It could be gold. I don't care. But hopefully, I'll get it. I'll get it. The award for spontaneity. Spontaneity. Let's see. Most gaffes, senior moments, totally ridiculous commentary, most inclusive content on YouTube. Maybe someday. Someday I'll get this award. It'll be the Belinda Award. Because, I don't want to have an Oscars on my desk. I'd rather have something this cool. A nice, pretty lady on my desk. Anywho, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble with YouTube for saying stuff, aren't I? But that's okay. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I haven't done a live in a while. It's entirely my fault, obviously, because I was busy creating the wall of fame, the wall of awesome YouTubers and that I follow, and it's always going to be there on the back there. So many of the if you go onto the Marco Reviews YouTube channel, you'll see it on there. And basically, I go through what the wall is about and why it's so important to me. And it's nice to have them to look at while I do the live streams too. Because they paid it forward, right? They paid it forward. I learned a lot from those channels. And then I made my own. I've been around a long time. But anyway, I've got all these awesome parts that I 3D printed. And just putting it out there, I still have 3 3D printers just hanging out in the laundry room. And I'm more than happy to lend some of those out if anybody in Irvine, California, Woodbridge wants to learn how to 3D print in either resin or in plastic. Just let me know. Just put it in the comments that I never get to see. Oh boy. This live didn't start. Oh no. I thought I was live on all 4, 5 apps. Apparently this one didn't start. What's going on? It says to go live, please select a cover image. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Okay, how do I do that? It doesn't ever ask me to do that. Just put one in. I don't care. Here, we'll use that one. We'll use that one, okay? Just take it. Just take it. Save it. And go. Live. Oh. Has it gone live now? You see, this is what I'm talking about. You think you've done it. You think you've done it. And then you haven't. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Hope you guys are all good. I had the worst cough for the last 5 days. I'm fully recovered. Yay. And all it took was a little Advil. A little Advil. Tylenol, Advil, and a bit of rest. Although there's no rest for the wicked, right? There's no rest for the wicked. What do we got here today? We got a bunch of items. We got this really cool RC car, 4-wheel drive, bunch of fun wires, all that cool stuff. I don't know if it runs. It should run. We'll press the button here and we'll check out if it runs. But I was planning to use some of the electronics in this here drift car, or let's see, this here drift car, and put it together, connect it up to this cool stuff that I've 3D printed, and see if at any point it'll be useful enough. Again, we could, the bonds on this thing are not that strong, which is why you might want to, if you want to do ramping and fast driving and stuff like that, you might have to add a little bit of glue just to make sure that the bonds stay in place. But aside from that, it is really cool. And then once it's all glued together and in position as it should be, it is pretty permanent. I have tried this before. Steve doesn't approve of it, but Steve, he's a perfectionist. That's why we got him, so that he can do perfectionist and, you know, professional projects for the end product of some of the things that we're running here on the channel. I'm just the Frankenbot, Macgyver, do it wildly and quickly kind of guy. So let's see how that all turns out. So we've got this. We need a remote for it to run, and who knows? Who knows where that is? Oh, there it is. This one here. Now, I know what you're going to say. That's not the original remote that went with this one. Well, turns out I lost that one. So this is all we have. But as you can see, it works. And the reason why it works is because it has a 27. You can never trust what I'm going to say, even if I'm going to say it. Just read. It says 27 on there, if that's legible. So because that is 27, and this is also 27 megahertz, it runs. I have another one of these, and that one is 49 megahertz, and it doesn't work. So the good thing about the old technology is if you had one of these 27, no matter what the remote control looks like, so long as it's on that frequency, it should run your car. The bad side, or basically the downside to that, is that in the past, when you had that situation and you were at the park and someone else had a remote that was running on 27, it would interfere with your vehicle. So, you know, good, bad. That's why they invented the 2.4 gigahertz system. And that's what's running on, I believe, this vehicle over here. Let's test it out. I should have some batteries somewhere. Luckily not over the rainbow, because it'd be hard for me to get it up there. But let's see. So that turns on. And then we've got this, and this goes. Ah. Come on now. I don't remember how to open this. Okay. So this one requires three, I think it's AA batteries. We'll check it out real quick. 3 AA batteries. Where did you hide? All right, we'll use one. Duracell's usually better, but we'll use 2 Duracell, and we'll use one of the awesome rechargeable batteries. These are pretty good too. I got this on Amazon, I think. You can buy them at Costco. I'm not sure if it's seasonal. Could be. This is on, so it's on, and you can see that because it's moving. This happens to not be on, and I'm going to turn it on now. As such, and maybe now it'll run. Yeah, you can see left and right, and we got power, so that's great. So this here, guys, is running 2.4 gigahertz, and I really like these remotes more than the other kind of remotes because they're just more accurate. And when you're old school, you like this because this is more like drones. These, the annoying thing is it's just click, 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 click. And I still prefer the proportional steering. This is mostly just click, 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 click. But hey, you can't complain too much. These things are pretty cheap. So you don't always get proportional steering on those. This, I think, actually did have proportional steering, but I ruined it because I connected it up to this, and this not having proportional steering. So I think this may have been the original. I don't know. I've got too much stuff. But anyway, so let's go through some of these things here so you guys can see. At least we know that all of these machines work. So later on, when we decide to connect it up to this chassis, we will be able to actually get things to run by just moving some of that technology over. And, you know, since the tires are great and everything else is great, we should be able to easily just connect the chassis on top and do whatever we want. Sadly, I'm not good enough to use Raspberry Pi and all that stuff to control all of this, but I'm pretty good at using and reusing old technology. Not so much with the coding and stuff. That's why we have Steve. But Steve was snarky, and he said that this stuff that I'm 3D printing was garbage. So we have to prove him wrong. We have to prove him wrong. It's not garbage. You can make amazing chassis. And then if this stuff here turns out to be too wimpy to do ramping, I could grab one of the 110 scale or 10 scale RC cars and then use this as the chassis for that. Maybe that'll be even more exciting. We'll see. We'll start with something basic like this and slowly build on it and see if it survives basic ramping with this kind of technology. Then we may upgrade it to the more advanced, still brushed, but just larger motors, because you get a motor like this big from one of the other vehicles that I've got, and see how this fares. And let me just tell you, it is pretty hard to break, and I'm pretty strong. I can break coconuts with my hands, so if I can't break this like this, it's probably pretty good plastic. Don't tell Steve. Shh, don't tell Steve. He's going to tell you it's not good. Anyway, so we've got all these parts. Let's see what we could do with some of these parts real quick. We'll put some together. So this was the original idea that I had, which is these are your typical robot tires that you can get on most of the Raspberry Pi and Arduino projects. So I spent all this time creating this system so that you could build these and then connect them up to a chassis like this. And this would actually be something that I'll probably put up online that you could try out for free. I don't know if I'll put it on Fangs. I might put it on Thingiverse. I may put it on GitHub and stuff so that, you know, if people wanted to do stuff like that awesome Eli the Computer Guy, so if you wanted to make like your own custom Silicon Dojo Derby system and not have it on a temporary chassis, you could do like a Lego chassis, and then you could have like bits and pieces. I don't know if I still have the bits and pieces that go in there, but basically if you wanted to have like an antenna or something, I've built these 3D printable parts, and you can make an antenna that's like this high or as tall as you want it to be, and it could be connected up onto the chassis like this. And then the whole chassis basically is 3D printable. So if you have a 3D printer and actually care about that stuff, you could build a whole 3D printable chassis for your Arduino and Raspberry Pi vehicles. And I've made it so that your motors that you already have are compatible and can be connected up to that, which means that if you're a geek or a nerd like me, this should make you pretty excited. But shh, don't tell Steve, because he hates this technology that I built and I spent months designing. But yeah, anyway, this is actually the last thing that I ever made for 3D printing, and so this will be the last thing that I ever 3D build. I've built lots of things that look like this and stuff like that I sell on CG Trader. But anyway, this was the last thing that I ever built, and because I realized that, you know, what am I doing? What am I doing spending time hurting myself sitting at a desk when nobody cares about 3D printing? Once upon a time, I showed some stuff to Joel from 3D Printing Nerd channel, and he sent me a couple of comments and stuff, but the guy's really busy, so nothing ever happened. That was, I'm not sure if it was like 5 or 6 years ago. Then he sent me another comment later on. I think it was maybe this year or last year. There could maybe potentially be something that he 3D prints of mine off of my CG Trader. I don't know. I said that I could give him the keys to the kingdom, give him the password, give him the whole thing. He could just go in there as if he were me and just download and 3D print anything from there, should he want to. So that's still a possibility. Anyhow. So I've created all these different little parts, as you can see here. And they're all compatible with each other, which means they can all fit together. Like Legos, but not Legos, because the sizes, if you go and check, are different from Legos. And as you can see here, not all. In Legos, a lot of these bits here have their own like openings and stuff. The sizes and measurements for all these parts are incompatible with Legos. So that's why it is not copyrighted stuff. And I'm going to have these things up, as I said before. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Thangs or on, but just stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm going to put it on the descriptions. So if you guys want to go check these things out and you have 3D printers, you could try and see what you could come up with. All right, so we've got low battery on this thing here. So this is basically the beginning YouTube and all the other live stream for this project. But I just thought I'd give you guys some pointers and stuff on what's going to happen with this and how that it might start off being with a little RC car with low-level stuff that I can do to prove that this chassis is actually workable, because Steve doesn't believe me. And then if it turns out to be amazing, if it survives crashes and all that stuff, we may put in some big motors from 10 scale, because I think this is 1/24 scale. So we'll use something bigger and badder and cooler. We won't make it go 300 miles an hour like Kevin Talbot, but we'll see if it survives the mini ramp, you know, like the Marco's Pizza ramp. You guys could go check that out. It's in one of the other videos on YouTube that YouTube is hiding from all of you. Anyway, guys, have a fantastic day. I've got to stop the live stream before all the cameras die from lack of battery. And hopefully someday, I will receive a Belinda Award because seriously, they've made such a mockery of the Oscars that even if I was an amazing actor, I wouldn't want one. I would definitely want a Belinda Award instead. Do you think I deserve a Belinda Award for spontaneity, most gaffes and senior moments, totally ridiculous commentary, and most inclusive content on YouTube? If you think that I deserve that, then you can put it in the comments. And hopefully you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Marco Reviews. Marco Reviews, if you didn't know, you can always do that. That would make me happy. So I'm not seeing Steve this week, but maybe we'll see him in the next one. But we're planning to do another. It's not this Thursday. Okay, this is I did this last time. It should be Thursday of next week, not this week. At 5 p.m. It's probably already past 5 p.m. now. But anyway, we're gonna do that next 5 p.m. California Standard Time on next Thursday. Another live stream with Steve, where he's gonna show us some more awesome things that he does. Last time he did a What's in the Box, and if you participate in that and you do live in Irvine, California, Woodbridge, you could be the winner, or you could convince Steve to pay for shipping and handling and have it sent you to whatever. But anyway, put some comments on that video. When we first live streamed it, it was hidden by YouTube, so nobody got to watch it live apart from Steve. He logged in. So if you go on there and you say, no, there was one person watching, well, I was not lying. It was Steve. It's Steve's account. He was logged in. Nobody else got to watch it live. Anyway, mishaps, right? This is why I have the Russian app here, to make sure to keep the American app in check. Oh, I'm gonna get some trouble. You know what? Someday, someone is gonna give me a paycheck. I don't know. We're gonna have the 3 countries fight over it. Maybe 4 countries. Let's see who gives me a paycheck first. Is it gonna be universal basic income from the United States? Will I get a paycheck from Winnie the Pooh? Will that putain will putain send me some money? Or will somebody from the YouTube or from the cloud send me money? I don't know. Eventually I'll be homeless. Only you could stop me from becoming homeless. What do you got to do to make a living these days? It's hard. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I always appreciate you guys showing up and keeping it real. And yeah, just in case you are in the neighborhood here from Irvine, California, Woodbridge, and you're looking, because you have enough money to do that, not me, you could go check out this open house. This kind lady was nice enough to literally just drive past the house and hand this to me. And so I thought I'd let you guys know about it. If you are here in the Irvine, California, Woodbridge area and you want to go visit and check out some houses and that they may be renting or selling, just go check her out. There we go. I did my part. I don't get any money from this, but if you guys are interested, you could always do that. There we have it. That's it. That's the live stream. Hope you guys had a great time. I had a great time making this live stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. All right. Confirm and wait. All right, and it's always hard to press buttons. And now, there we go. There we go, and we're gonna end this one too. Let's see what happens with that. I don't know. Stats. That's what my favorite part of the video is always gonna be stats at the end of the video. I don't know. Can you get stats from that? You know, no. It's just this is just a Russian app making sure that YouTube doesn't cut anything out. Doesn't cut anything out. Anyway, let's go check out the stats. This is always my favorite part of the show. Well, before we do that, right? Let's give a standing ovation to all the amazing channels that are here with me today. There we go. All the amazing channels that I put on the wall there for you guys to see. Go give them some love. They deserve it. They deserve it. But now let's get to checking those stats. What do we have? We had 180 over here. We had 127 over here and 209 over there. Those are good stats. I love those stats. How many do we have on YouTube? 0. Yay! YouTube, you nailed it. You nailed it, baby. Anyway, so just in case you hadn't noticed and I hadn't said it enough, I love Irvine, California, Woodbridge, and I am a local Google guide here from Irvine, California, Woodbridge, as I always say. But Stephen Marco, What's in the Box? Go check it out on YouTube, this channel here, and drop us a comment. Steve would love to know what you guys have to say about all the cool stuff that we're planning to build. And again, he's a professional, so he's taking time out of his professional life to help us. It'd be nice if somebody actually left a comment on there. Yeah, don't do it for me. I work for free. I'm just a horrible capitalist who doesn't know how to make money. But he isn't. So please leave a comment for him on there. And whatever you do, don't ever put hashtag Stevie Wonderbots because he gets angry for stuff like that. So anyway, see you all in the next one. Take care, guys.